When I was about 46, I noticed that I was starting to have some problems with my left leg. Um, it would it would hurt, it would throb. So I went to two different what is it called? The doctors that take care of your feet.
Podiatrist.
Podiatrist, thank you. I was going to say proctologist. Podiatrist, and finally, she did a bunch of x-rays and found that I had Charcot, which is where all the bones in the bottom of my foot just dissolved into rubble. So we made a plan that we were going to put a plate in that spot, and the plate lasted for about 3 months, and then the bones just dissolved, and the plate was just moving around. You could move it with your hand around. And so then I made the decision that I was ready to have it amputated. It was never going to get any better. They couldn't attach rods to my legs because those bones were eventually going to deteriorate also. So I went to see Dr. Ostrander, and we made a plan, and I went to see Nate when I first decided, where I wanted to go and get my leg done, because I spoke to several people, and every single person I talked to said Bremer Prosthetics is the best. So I decided to make my appointment with Nate, and Nate and I got together, and we talked about what was going to happen, once my leg was amputated. So my surgery was pushed back because of COVID. It was supposed to be in November. It wasn't until February. I had my leg removed, and then right after I got out of the hospital, 2 weeks later, I had my appointment with Abby, and we did the first casting for my leg, and I was terrified. I was terrified the entire time. I'm third generation losing my leg to diabetes. My grandfather lost his leg, and then on his left side, and then his toes on his right foot. My dad had his right leg removed below knee, then an infection set in, so he had to have it done above knee. My grandfather handled it fantastic. He still lived for a while with his prosthetic leg. My dad did not. My dad, he was too weak to fight, to get back on his feet. And I told Abby from the very beginning, I will walk. I will have my life. I will not have where everybody has to take care of me, because that is not me whatsoever. So we worked, and I got my first test docket. And when I walked out of here, I was just talking about this earlier, I was absolutely terrified to take that step off that curb. I knew I was going to fall. I just knew I was going to fall. And knock on wood, I've never fallen yet so far. Not that I didn't try to on Abby the other day. We were taking our walk. But so far, all on my own, I haven't fallen. And it's been a struggle. I mean, I still have the phantom pains. I still, why did I let this happen to myself? But if I would have known what was going to happen, I would have taken better care of myself, so I didn't have to have the prosthetic. But now that I have the prosthetic, there's no sense in sitting around and boo-hoo me, I lost my leg. I walk every single day. I'm working on running, but that's not always a good look. It looks like a full body dry heave when I try to run. My son laughs at me when I try to run. But I live my life. I have a 3-story house. I go up and down all the stairs. Stairs don't scare me at all. Actually, nothing scares me at all. I'm not afraid of anything. I'm not afraid of stairs. I went swimming for the first time in like 6 years a couple weeks ago. I have my water leg that Abby made for me, and I went swimming with that, and that was a huge, I was more normal. I could go swimming where before I could never go swimming because I always had my foot broken, or my ankle was always broken for years. So I'm able to live my life, and it's been fantastic.